Cry each lonely night. First one's named Sweet Emery. She's my heart's delight. Second one is Prison Babe. Sheriff's on my trail. If he catches up with me, I'll spend my life in jail.
And you are here inside MyFixitUpLife. Dun dun dun.
At the Wellborn booth.
Dun,
at
dun,
Kitchen and Bath
dun.
Show.
Vegas.
Yes.
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 Yes. People always say you're going to Vegas. Oh my God, you're gonna have
Why
fun.
don't you have some fun? You're totally all you're gonna do is relax and sleep late and do everything. And
But you know what? They have no idea how geeky we are. That we really are having like an awesome, amazing time inside the convention
it's
center.
true. Yeah. You got
Our-
to see Elton John last night, for
I totally
example.
did. Yeah.
I got to
did.
hang out with some friends last night.
I was with friends.
And we are getting to hang out with some friends here
Okay.
at Wellborn because we've been here before.
What
and to bring the whole geek thing full circle,
Yes.
we're geeked. I
We
mean,
are geeks, and
We
I
are cabinet geeks too. We're not making it up because we're sitting here.
Woman Crush Wednesday.
What?
Oh,
Karen, you're like
Karen
one of the best.
from Wellborn.
I swear, you know, you're an amazing designer. Follow you on Twitter.
There are two at least.
every
There
year-
may be a third theme song coming. There's Dun Dun Dun. Now there's the Rising Angels.
right.
There could be another one. Remains to be seen.
But every year you bring it. You know, this
Right.
booth is absolutely amazing. And it's the
Thank
products
you.
that they create at Wellborn, and then how your creativity can like sort of like be the maestro of like, oh, la 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 la, and
Right.
creating all of these really cool vignettes.
Right.
So, you know what was your inspiration this year? Do you have a theme or like a product that you're trying to feature the most?
I had several inspirations and some products I wanted to feature, but I guess the thing that we wanted to showcase the most this year was technology and talking about cabinetry, the interiors, how to maximize it, and start thinking about integration of electronics and how to make things easier and conveniences. And so the one set that you guys saw has the countertop that lifts up and down, and so it's adjustable height for any person that's in the home, and it's also designed with a butcher block that has the end grain, so it can be a chopping surface, it can be brought up to a countertop level, be just an additional surface, and then it can also be a serving bar. And other things that we've shown is like the pocket doors that go completely out of your way so you can access that while you're working in the kitchen. Some of the electronic lifts that brings the storage down to the countertop for you so you don't even have to open the doors to access what you want. So there's a lot of things that we've integrated this year as far as technology that we're really kind of excited about.
And I think, you know, one of the most underused and most amazing things that is easy to do is lighting
Yes.
in cabinets. It's just, you can actually see what you're looking for. Even if you don't take advantage of everything else,
Right.
when you go into your cabinet and you can actually see what's in there,
Yes.
because if you might not have everything else that's awesome and cool about them,
Right.
fundamental technology.
And I'll tell you, the thing is that LED used to be kind of a trend. Now it's just here to stay. And it's a really great product. It's so easy to use. And I have designed with lighting for years and years. And it's just now starting to really come more into the mainstream. And as I'm aging, you know, I realize that,
We don't age.
well, of course, you know, well, you guys
Time
look beautiful and perfect.
See, the thing
Does
is,
not pass.
the thing is
The
that
more you ignore it,
yes, the better
the
off
less
you're-
it passes.
Oh, totally. See, the children, they age.
That's it.
It's separate.
Right.
It's
That-
totally separate from us.
Right.
Okay.
They grow taller like the
please.
trees in the forest.
Oh yeah.
We remain pillars.
They're in their own
Of
time warp
constant
dimension.
Right.
Maturity yet ability. Right.
That's our excuse for being as silly as we are.
Oh, no, definitely. Always be that
Well,
way.
my mental age didn't get past 12, so I don't know what you're
He was
talking
a
about.
really smart 12-year-old though, so
Right.
it could like pass for 15 easy.
I could easily pass for 50, and I had to take my driver's test a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, fun fact
Oh.
about Mark.
Here
He
we
still has a baby tooth.
What?
fun fact, right?
Should I just sit under this bench?
No, but seriously, I don't know any other grown up in the world that does. He's perfect vision. I don't know.
Right.
I actually have X-ray vision. It's funny, but
Wow.
Yeah, he's
other fun fact. We don't
he's-
like to talk
he's
about
checking
that
out
one.
like 5 booths over and 6 booths that way back here. He's looking at the vignette in the
very
front of the
handy
booth over
skill.
there. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
could barely see
having
like,
a
in front of my
baby tooth
face.
has really changed things for me in a lot of ways. It's really opened some doors. You know, people say, you know, they don't notice it right away.
No, they don't. That's the thing.
But
It's
they say
not-
they're like, dude, that's something special about
It's not
that
like
guy.
having a horn
Maybe
on
it's
your
his
head.
dental work.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I get that often.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have like strayed away from
Yeah, fun
design.
fact.
Oh, that's
Fun
okay.
fact.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Like, so can I ask one question about the minute or so we have left?
What?
Are we at a minute?
What?
We might be. I don't. Oh no, I'm getting a head nod.
We're getting head nods. We're down
Okay.
to 0 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
We're gonna have someone from Wellborn come back and join us on our podcast
All right.
here at
I'm
the
taking
Wellborn
Let's
booth.
take a selfie.
Someone
Women
quickly
crush-
take a
Take a
selfie
selfie.
because as we have 0 seconds left
Women
to
Crush
get back,
Wednesday.
we have time for a selfie.
We totally do. We're
Nobody
gonna
go
tweet
anywhere.
This out.
We're coming right back
Gabe
with
is
more
selfie.
My Fix It Up Life, where it's selfie time.
Hot.
Sanding walls before you paint? Do it the Hyde way, not the hard way, with Hyde's dust-free sander. Attached to your wet dry vac and go. No drywall dust on your furniture, no tough cleanup when you're done. Buy online at Amazon. It's time to bring beauty back in your next project by seeing red. Born to beat the elements, Western Red Cedar is awesome for outdoor rooms, decks, fences, pergolas, and more. Inside, Cedar's a sweet choice for hope chests, highlight walls, and woodworking projects, big and small. Stable, chemical-free, and safe, Cedar's a natural choice. So bring beauty back to the yard and punch up projects inside the house. For more information and ideas, see red at WRCLA.org.
I don't wanna be part of your problems. I don't wanna be part of your crowd.
And I got a hand for you.
Yeah, we do need to get new headphones.
Yeah, we've got to get in.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm being.
You are. It's a head hug.
I'm not even going to take a selfie.
It's actually no.
And
It's
that
a
would-
it's
that
a
would be a
head
first.
hug. It's love.
It's like
Through-
head
through-
hugging.
Yeah, head
Yeah.
hugging.
I thought you said head mugging.
He did.
I feel like I'm being mugged too.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Steven
that's
Fanuka,
good.
DIY Network, $1 Million Contractor, also $1 Million
Good glasses.
Contractor. In
$1 Million Contractor.
real life, your real life world, your real life job is, I guess, could I call it high-end remodeling? Is that even, you
We
do
could call
build new homes?
I call it high-end solutions. But
Solutions. You
it's-
know what? The show is canceled.
that's it. I'm done.
Solutions? Are you kidding me?
Okay, so I think maybe the last time I talked to you, because I know you and Mark hang out, whatever.
We had steaks
You-
last night.
Steaks.
Yes.
You want to get a steak with someone who loves steak more than anybody?
It's right here.
This guy.
Steven Fuka. Follow him on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. Just steaks. That you can get all you need to know right there.
See, I'm a pesca vegan, so I totally can't roll.
I don't even know what a pesca vegan is.
Dude, I almost ordered salmon last night to make you upset.
You know what is always, you know what really annoys me at a steakhouse? What really annoys me is there's always that one person that's got to get the salmon or tuna. I'm like, why did you come with us? It's like, what was the whole point?
Well,
Are you here to annoy us? We are here to have steak. It's like, this is a party now.
Yes.
We're
Okay.
chowing down.
I
So
thought
what
about
about
it.
I'm on a
for while.
diet,
company?
so I went to a steakhouse.
But what if I'm with you for the conversation?
Can we do it at a Taco Bell?
No.
Oh, man.
I want to be at a nice restaurant with you. I don't want to be at some dive. I mean, I want to be able to wear a dress and some nice
You
heels.
can
and-
wear a dress at a steakhouse.
You can't, but you can at a Taco Bell. If I walk in, they'll be
We
like,
can-
"How
we
much do
can
you
go,
cost,
you know,
lady?"
We can go anywhere you want.
Go to a fancy Taco Bell. You know,
There should be $1 million Taco Bell somewhere.
there should be $1 million Taco
Yeah.
Bell.
Oh, so what I was saying is the
Okay,
last
okay.
time we talked to you, was it Bruce Willis? Whose house were you working on?
Bruce Willis's.
Yes, and he watches your show.
Yeah, it's
That's
funny.
some street cred right there.
That's street cred.
I know.
You know, I didn't know he watched a show, and one day he looks at me and he's leaving, and he goes, "Now get to work," and which is the tagline that I say in the intro of the show. Let's get to work. Then he looks at me, he goes, "Boom, boom, 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 boom." And when Bruce, so I saw it right away.
So
First-
are you like,
First words out of my mouth is, first I want to give him a hug. Then I'm like, no. I go, yippee-ki-yay? He goes, absolutely not. Walks out the door. Hey, I want to give you some cred. I saw the video of you guys prepping up for the Vegas show.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was hysterical. You got to see this video. Where can they see this video?
Go to MyFixitUpLife.com.
We're doing sit-ups.
Yeah.
She's in the middle.
Yes.
You're at the
Introducing
front
John
door.
Valerio.
I never laughed
They had
so
like
hard.
40 like name tags on him. We practiced handing out business cards.
I was angry. I was
I
like, you know what?
tried on
I should have thought of
footwear.
this. I should have thought of this.
Which shoe did you like the best that I tried on though?
The one that you ended up with. Yeah, there was a shoe scene. This has everything you want, gentlemen, from men to women.
It's a good show.
It's
a good minute to spend.
and
with
it is no
us.
boom chicka boom boom. It's none of that.
No, it's
No.
not the
All
porn
funny.
awards or anything.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. We
None of that
train
nonsense.
to get ready to come here. And
Well-
here we are at the Wellborn booth with Steven Fuka.
That's right.
Thank you for
Yes.
coming, by the way.
You guys are
You're
my friends.
busy. You're running around like crazy.
Always.
Always running, always going somewhere.
I
It's
like your
tough.
footwear too.
You know what? Hey,
It's nice.
once the older you get, the more colorful you'll have to be.
Yeah.
So I figure if you're not going to notice me, you'll notice the sneakers.
That's right.
I do.
That's right.
It's funny because I had about 50 pairs of Pumas, and I'm sitting in my basement getting ready to go to the airport, and I'm like, which one is it going to be? It's like, we're going red. We're
You
going
picked-
cherry fire engine red.
My
Nice.
favorite color.
I love them.
Because I have red on my back of my boots. too.
You're always wearing boots. I love your boots.
Well, you know what's good about boots? This is one of my job site things.
It's also a pocket.
Is this
it's a
where she
pocket.
busts out the...
You put your phone in.
Yeah, that's where the whip is.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
your lip gloss.
So we've talked whip, porn,
You would like-
steaks.
Yeah.
This
So-
is a great show.
So
You would love the name of my lip gloss too.
Extreme plump.
Mother. What else does it say? Oh,
it
wait
also
here.
shows all the
yeah.
chemicals that it's
Mother
made
pucker.
out of.
Mother pucker. So you guys have come so far in such a short period of time. I mean, I met you, 4 years ago?
Something like that.
Something like
Something
that.
like that. Yep.
Mhm. Yeah.
Still married.
Yes.
True
thinner,
story.
more built. You work out so much, man. You make me crazy. But you guys have really come a long way, and I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
You know what? What says a lot? That he's still here.
Well, he's new.
He could have been like,
He's subbing in for Tim.
Yeah,
oh, you're
It's
the
not
new
Tim
guy.
with a beard. They look alike.
I know. They sound alike. They're talented
Everybody
alike. But you
here.
know what?
What's
Yeah.
up, buddy?
We're lucky. We're
So-
lucky.
So here's something I think about periodically. I don't think I've written this blog yet for my Fix It Up Life
I'm
because
scared.
Tara, I don't remember if I did or not, but I was going to write it. We're going to do a show about it. 6 ways you know your DIY is screwed.
Oh Lord.
I have these little tells that I
You
know
wrote it.
when a project. Did I write it?
Yeah, Tara knows everything.
It makes me think of you for when we spoke one time. You had a bunch. You talked about a coffee cup. I think this was last year. You walk into a job site, you look around at what everybody's doing, and if somebody leaves a coffee cup on, a nice piece of furniture or whatever,
Yep.
Like this.
you go into the whole routine of, you don't live here. This is where your job is.
Yeah, you know what? It's construction. It's a very personal. It's a personal thing. If you find a great contractor, I always tell people, send them a birthday card. Make them feel special because you want them to come to your home. You want them to do a great job. And on my job sites, I always tell my guys, and this is where the coffee cup came in. I said, nobody knows how you did it. Nobody cares how you did the job, but they sure care that you left a coffee ring on their table. And they're going to remember that. And no matter how great you are, you failed. And that's the bottom line in this business.
Okay,
so
so-
true. Absolutely so true. And
That-
if you're kind to your kids, if the kids liked the contract, that whole thing, pets like being
Yeah.
just a generous person overall, really just changes it for a lot of people because you're inside someone's life in their family.
You're a family member. You're an
Yes.
extended family member. You know the ins and outs. You see them sometimes fight, parents or the kids, and you're there. I also say there's 2 types of contractors. There's a family type, an adopted pet, or a virus, because there are a lot of bad contractors out there. And if you pick the wrong contractor, it ends up being, it's like a contractor's like a cold. Once you get it, it's hard to get rid of.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, once they're in and they're giving you a change order and they're saying, well, it's going to be double the price.
Yeah.
That, and they're like, well, what do I do? Fire him?
He's already
there.
jumped
He's not
halfway off the
leaving.
cliff. Yeah.
So you got to make sure you choose the right guy who cares enough. I always tell people it's really simple how to choose a contractor. It's all basic. When you first make the phone call, if the guy calls back in a week, that's a problem. He doesn't even have a dime, and he took a week to call you back. If he's late for the meeting, I always say, would you be late if you had a suit and tie on, and you were 15 minutes late? Would that person interviewing you be impressed with you and hire you? So be on time. If they don't call you back within 48 hours, don't even play with them. If they're late, that's it. Also, do they have any input? I always tell people, do they listen to you? It's like a blind date.
It totally is dating.
You're telling me
It's
what you think, and I'm
spouse.
giving you ideas to maybe enhance your ideas, which means I care.
So in the minute we have left,
Only a minute
here at the Wellborn booth,
Oh, Lord.
They
Steven,
flew
I know
me from
it goes
the
fast.
win.
It goes fast. It
And
takes
it's
longer
gone.
to walk here than it does to talk to us.
Oh, maybe we'll see you later too.
You got guys, especially when you're talking about contractors and choosing a contractor and working with the right person. I always have a sort of distrust of the guys who try to outsmart me with tech. And you already said it. The homeowner doesn't give a crap how you did it. They care that it's done properly.
Yeah.
So do you sort of recommend, and everybody out here is in this business, I kind of keep the tech guys away from the homeowner sometime because it's not, the tech guys can be kind of dilettantes.
And when you say tech, you mean like
the craftsmen who take themselves and their craft for good reason very seriously, but their sort of personality ends there. Okay.
that's my father. That's my dad. One day.
I guess we should add a couple of minutes to
what?
this.
I want to see you guys make Patrick McCombe smile. Poor guy.
It's hysterical.
He doesn't care at all about what we're talking about. You got to make him smile.
He's smiling right now.
There he goes.
is.
Yay!
Steven Fuka, thank you for joining us.
Thank
for
you.
having me.
Love
Awesome.
spending time with you.
Always.
Awesome. We follow you on
Always.
Twitter, Steven Fuka. Watch $1 Billion Contractor.
DIY Network.
New
Follow
season
it
of
up.
his show,
New season,
by the way,
season 5
picked up.
coming. Yes.
Yes.
So
This
that's
is where the
good.
intro goes. This is where they say
That's good.
goodbye, farewell.
Speed is
Ladies and goodbye.
Well, we'll be back in just a minute with more My Fix It Up Life. How's that?
It's time to bring beauty back in your next project by Seeing Red. Born to beat the elements, Western Red Cedar is awesome for outdoor rooms, decks, fences, pergolas, and more. Inside, cedar's a sweet choice for hope chests, highlight walls, and woodworking projects, big and small. Stable, chemical-free, and safe, cedar's a natural choice. So bring beauty back to the yard and punch up projects inside the house. For more information and ideas, see red at WRCLA.org.
Rebuilding Together believes that everyone deserves to live in a safe and healthy home. For nearly 25 years, Rebuilding Together has provided critical home repairs for low-income homeowners in need. With support from volunteers and skilled professionals, Rebuilding Together affiliates complete 10,000 rebuild projects every year, working to revitalize and stabilize vulnerable neighborhoods and communities across the country. Join Rebuilding Together and rebuild in your community. Find out how you can make a difference and get involved at rebuildingtogether.org.
I know.
Back inside My Fix It Up Life with my wife Theresa here at the Wellborn booth. Got John Valerio playing some music.
We do.
Subbing in for our man Tim Williams.
We have some
Got to give
chocolate
Tim
milk.
some love. Having some chocolate
Having
milk.
some chocolate milk.
Having a choco.
Because, snack time is really important to me. Like the bubble guppies that the Professor Grouper?
Yeah, Patrick McCombe from Fine Homebuilding Magazine. We brought you to Las Vegas from Connecticut to talk about the bubble guppies.
I don't know what a pubble guppy is. I'm
And,
sorry
your,
to
and
say.
your insights on, you have kids, but obviously you don't love them enough or
Wow.
him enough to watch
What do
the
you
bubble
make your
guppies.
children watch on television?
My boy likes Mythbusters, Dirty Jobs.
That is a boy.
Does he watch
Yeah.
This Old House?
He's a little older than
he
our
likes
boy.
this old
though.
house. He's 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ours is 6.
Lately, he's been taking to watching Minecraft videos instead of playing. They watch other people play it. which
Watch
Oh
I don't
my
other
know.
goodness.
people play it.
So
Yes.
we have that at home too.
Yeah.
Our 6-year-old is watching other people play
Open
with
packages.
Thomas and Legos and stuff, and then he goes and recreates what he watched.
I find it all very odd, but
There's this one channel that he watches all the time where literally the woman, she makes money off of this. She opens up a toy and she's like, here are the building blocks. Here are the instructions. Here are the stickers. And he watches that.
They've got 4
millions of views.
trillion views.
it's amazing.
Someone just opening a package.
Why didn't I think of that?
I know.
I know.
That's a skill set that most of us have. We can open a package and name what we're
That's a
seeing.
skill set.
I could do that.
She could seriously. She could be doing it on her phone. That's just like leaned up against, a thing in her kitchen.
That's someone's job.
It's weird.
It's crazy.
it's weird.
So your job, Fine Home Building, how are you,
I'm well, thank you.
Mr. Patrick McCombe?
I'm out here looking for new products at the show, like I'm sure you guys are too.
Yep.
It's quite a odyssey walking around. I read that there's 4 million square feet of exhibit space here this year.
Wow.
Yeah, my legs are tired. I felt every foot of it.
What even does that equate to in like city blocks?
I don't know.
Because you can't. 4 million square feet means nothing. That's a lot.
It's huge.
How
How do you convert that to like miles? Like, does someone know that?
acres?
I should be wearing a pedometer, and then
Yeah.
I could have my exercise done for weeks at a time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In acreage, how many houses could you build? Like you could build a subdivision inside this place
Oh,
and not touch the ceiling.
With like 5 acre zoning.
Now, you guys at Fine Home Building, and you work on this a little and work on other things, but you have the project house.
Oh,
speaking
yes.
Yes.
of houses that we geek on.
We love.
We just geek on that place.
I was up there last week shooting some video for the website, and we're always doing projects there. We just had new windows put in it and a new heating system because in New England this time of year, you need a good heating system.
That's something
Clearly
that's,
not occupied.
that might be a new
because
trend.
There's no before there.
Right.
There's after that, but not before.
That's really smart. That's a smart choice.
Yeah. And this fall, we're starting a new design project on our campus as well. So look forward to that.
What does that
You
mean?
gonna tease us what it is?
It's going to be a full house remodel with some of the very best and most exciting finishes inside. I don't know that it has a name yet, and if it does, they haven't let me know yet. So,
If it does, I still work there.
I don't know.
Technically, my contract's not up. Is it the same house?
No, it's a different home.
So did you build a house there? Or
No, it was existing on the property. Our offices were formerly probably farm space before the office buildings were there, and the house was there.
Mhm.
And it was used for temporary housing for new employees. When I started there 6 years ago, I stayed in there for a month till I could find some decent housing in the area.
That's great.
That's
cool.
kind of amazing.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's really
you don't
nice.
hear about that kind of stuff anymore.
It's a very good company.
Wow. I
That
love that.
that
So
is
are you looking at
wonderful.
any finishes? Like, are you looking shopping for stuff, or do you already know what you're going to be doing?
I think they're working out right now the final design of the house, but it should have some pretty high-end cool stuff in it. That's the plan.
And for people, say, for example, me, who don't know what you're talking about, when you say finishes, what do you mean?
Wall coverings,
Look,
floor coverings,
yes.
kitchen and bath.
Yeah. The shower
the
heads,
stuff outside the shell of the house, right?
Right.
So,
Yes, after drywall.
Yeah,
all that
exactly.
stuff.
So
Yeah, I knew that. Totally knew that. So
did?
that's like, that's like
Oh.
siding, the driveway, what grass you plant. I get it.
The
I know
grass.
exactly what you're talking about.
I think even window treatments and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Cool.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to
contractors-
combine some of our other fine cookings,
Oh.
chops and
Yeah.
and threads, which is the Cohen or the sewing magazine that
Yeah.
Taunton produces, are going to have a hand in that decorating and.
Okay, so I want to know one thing. You've been coming to these shows as long as we have.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm allowed to talk at the show too. Other times, though, Patrick, not really.
Not really, not right
I've
now.
actually left a few times during the show. She has no
I
idea.
don't even know he's not here. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'll just
it's okay.
keep talking.
Oh, wait. We could talk later. I'll call you.
Okay.
So you've been coming to these shows for,
I think it's 10 years now.
yes, I was going to say at least a decade. Is there something that has either exploded your brain that you're like, oh my God, that's the coolest thing ever? Or that you're like, why isn't someone doing this? Because it's so frustrating not to have XYZ.
I saw that thing today, and you guys will probably be somewhat underwhelmed, but you all know how difficult it is to do a tile shower base. You need to pre-slope the floor so it drains. Then you need to
ridiculously hard.
waterproof it. Then you need to tile it and then grout it. And you can't grout the corners. It's supposed to be a caulk joint. While this company called Tile Ready makes a pre-sloped plastic base that you can put your tile directly on. It's all waterproof. And I was just like, wow, that's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that?
Because all you have to do in your factory is
preform that.
Design it, but it's just like
it's a
molded
polyurethane pan. They
yeah.
make it as little as 3.5 by 3.5, I believe, and up to 3.5 by 8 or 9 feet. So it was really a cool thing.
Wow. How high is there a curb?
Yeah, and the curbs come in different sizes. So I'd say the curb was probably 4 or 5 inches tall.
Cool.
It was
Now-
cool.
Now we're sitting in Wellborn Cabinet. I'm curious, is there like, do you have any cabinet pet peeves? Like you think that people should utilize some kind of thing that's awesome that you see at these shows all the time? You're like, ah.
Well, I love the Rev-A-Shelf organizers for like those problem cabinets. That's really cool stuff. The spice racks, the cutting, what do you call those? Knife blocks, all that kind of stuff. You put it in the cabinet, you put it away. They have this great thing that you put your stand mixer on. You know, that takes up a ton of counter space.
Yep.
You put it under there. You pull this little mechanism out. The mixer's on there, and it holds it there. And then when you're done, you just lower it back into the cabinet.
Because the countertop, the only time that ever looks good is the day you finish your kitchen.
And there's nothing on it.
And then, you take your photograph.
Right, and then you
and
put
then
all
it's
this
a garbage
crap on
dump
it.
of toasters and breadcrumbs for the rest of your life.
And we have a really small house, and you know we need every single square inch of counter space we could have, and those kind of things are really awesome.
We do. We live on a boat, so we don't even have countertop space.
Cooking on your camp stove.
20 seconds.
I'm really glad that we have like breadcrumbs. Are we like feeding birds or something?
That's what it's like in there. We actually leave a window open and on either side of the house. The seagulls swoop in, grab some breadcrumbs, swoop out. They know how to do it.
You know, it's all about being green and eco-conscious. And so we really try hard with the birds to help with the environment.
If you want
not
to
have
do
waste.
your DIY better, you're a pro and you want to do your pro work better, you want to make more money, you want to be with people who know what's going on so you're not just a guy in a pickup truck by yourself, read Fine Home Building. The guys who write it know what in the heck is going on. We appreciate that. Thank you for stopping by with us, Patrick.
Thanks. It was nice to hang out with you guys.
We will be right back with more from the Wellborn booth. Don't go anywhere, please. It's time to bring beauty back in your next project by Seeing Red. Born to beat the elements, Western Red Cedar is awesome for outdoor rooms, decks, fences, pergolas, and more. Inside, Cedar's a sweet choice for hope chests, highlight walls, and woodworking projects, big and small. Stable, chemical-free, and safe, Cedar's a natural choice. So bring beauty back to the yard and punch up projects inside the house. For more information and ideas, see red, WRCLA.org.
Rebuilding Together believes that everyone deserves to live in a safe and healthy home. For nearly 25 years, Rebuilding Together has provided critical home repairs for low-income homeowners in need. With support from volunteers and skilled professionals, Rebuilding Together affiliates complete 10,000 rebuild projects every year, working to revitalize and stabilize vulnerable neighborhoods and communities across the country. Join Rebuilding Together and rebuild in your community. Find out how you can make a difference and get involved at rebuildingtogether.org.
You should like to stay in Talladega.
I love coming back into my Fix It Up life. I love
You know
it.
what?
I love starting the new thing.
No, you know what, Mark, though? I kind of just want to chill and like just listen to John Valerio play. And what I want to do also is try to encourage him to use social media because his clout score is like womp, womp, womp. You're not like a social media linguist yet.
We're going to turn him into one.
We're going to make him into one.
Yes.
Like we'll have to do another video for My Fix It Up Life. It's a social media training video.
That's actually hilarious.
No, it has to be a square.
Tweet.
Whoa.
Use the daguerreotype filter.
Selfie. Yes.
Yes. You like the daguerreotype filter. You like the filters on Instagram.
I
It's
like
one of
the
the-
filters on
It's-
Instagram.
it's, there's
But we
a-
didn't even say who we're talking to.
I know. I'm trying
I'm
to.
Melinda, but you can call me Melissa.
Do
I'm just
people do
kidding.
that?
Yes, all the time. Yes.
Hi, Melinda.
People get our name wrong constantly.
Hey, Teresa.
I know.
I know.
They think I'm Mark just because I'm wearing a black T-shirt today. It's
Yeah.
not true.
Some
I'm
people call
actually-
me Bill. Don't ask me why.
I respond to anything that's polite. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If,
I know.
as long as it's kind, I'll say hello to you.
I
You can
know.
call me anything, Betty,
But
Susie,
Melinda, you are
We have a
the
Betty.
Hulk, whatever. It's nice.
Okay, it's good.
you're
Yeah.
with Wellborn Cabinets. You've
Yes,
invited us to
yes.
be here.
Yes.
And you've been teaching social media tricks
yes
throughout
yes.
this whole thing. So
And
I'm
that's
hoping,
how I found you guys. Is I was out looking at people for construction, and you guys popped up, and you were funny, and you were different, and that's what we look for. Manufacturers, that's what we look for, is different and
Knock,
kind
knock.
and nice.
so different works in social media.
Yes.
I
And-
think maybe that's like the secret, to be crazy a little bit.
Well, you shared your life. You share your personal. You
We
don't
do.
do it all the time, but you do put pictures of your children and what you like and projects you like. So that's very important, because we want to. That's what our consumers are looking for. That's why they come to us for something different. So.
Those
Yes.
are just the kids from the picture frame you buy at
Oh.
Target.
Oh, I'm so. Oh,
Yeah, we don't like to talk.
No, there are
Oh.
real children.
They're real people.
And I am such a geek too, is that I'm like, I have some of our 6-year-old's toys with me.
Yes.
So I've been taking pictures of them
Barbie's
in
here.
different places.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Beanie Boos for the 6-year-old.
Yes.
Are there? Do you know what they
The
are?
really
No.
giant eye.
Yes,
beanie
I
baby
have one of those
things.
at work, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
ladybug.
So
my
they're
daughter's,
like
yeah.
super like his thing.
Yes.
And so I take,
Everything has big eyes now. Sorry.
It's
You
like an
know-
anime thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like that.
I think it started with like Disney. All those
Monster
princesses
High
have
has
giant.
big eyes.
They all have
Yeah.
giant eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. but you deal with social media and helping people, especially in our business,
Yes.
sort of develop that vocabulary. That
Yes.
language, I guess, is a better word, because it's not all the same. You can't just
No.
post, a picture of your job site, for example, and not post a good photo, because it doesn't resonate in.
Right. And you have to know who's looking for what. And with each different site, we have different followers, and they're looking for different things. And while a person's looking at a kitchen on house, we get the craziest questions like paint color, that appliance or the flooring. And they don't ask about cabinets, which is fine, because they're looking at our cabinets too, but they want to know more, and they want to know more. So as a manufacturer, you have to be keen on that and feature those things to our viewers. They need to know those things.
I do have to say, it's not about social media, but the fact that you can get basically every single color in the paint book
Yes.
is amazing. I am so in love with that.
Yes, well, thank you. We love it too, and definitely the green. Our green, our 57 Chevy. We brought it back this year, and we were watching and looking at stuff last year, and it's really high up on the tweets again this year. So we say one thing, that if you liked it last year, then you'll like it this year. So it would be perfect for your kitchen, so you wouldn't get bored of it.
Yes, that is so
Yeah.
true. That is
Vibrant
really
color
smart.
does do that. It people talk about a nice neutral color is calming, and that's good and appropriate, but it doesn't always have to be that way. You don't have to feel
No.
calm in every room. You don't want to feel agitated.
Right.
You'd like to feel excited.
That's the thing too, is
Right.
that it's all about layering. It's just like having basics in your wardrobe.
Yes.
You don't want to like, if you just dress all in blah,
Yeah.
beige, grayish, or whatever, khakis with the khaki shirt, you're just sort of blah. But you want to have,
UPS. You
and
work
then
for UPS.
and then the things that you love in your wardrobe and your home or whatever, then they pop. They're like the magic elements that dazzle your eye, like your pants.
Right.
Well, one thing
Exactly.
that Karen's done in the booth is she's mixed a lot of colors, a lot of finishes, a lot of woods, and showing excitement and showing, well, I might like this over here, I might not like this, but giving variety. So that's what it's about.
So are you like
Melinda,
noticing?
thank you
wait,
so much for
wait,
joining.
one quick question:
us
is there like
on-
one thing? Is that the most like photoed thing in the booth this year? Still, is it that 57 Chevy?
Yes. Yes.
Speed over
It
to
should get an
Wellborn and see
award.
it. Pop a wheelie.
Woo!
Check it out.
It's
Get
beautiful. Thank
excited
you.
in your kitchen. Thank you for having us. And
Thank
your
y'all.
bathroom. And your home office.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I like.
And in the closet. That way
Everywhere.
good.
No, that works great. I think that's fantastic.
We gotta go
Cabinets
to
in the
break.
closet. We're
We'll be
out.
back in just a minute with more My Fix It Up Life.
and walks down the street.
Sanding walls before you paint? Do it the Hyde way, not the hard way, with Hyde's dust-free sander. Attach to your wet dry vac and go. No drywall dust on your furniture, no tough cleanup when you're done. Buy online at Amazon.
Rebuilding Together believes that everyone deserves to live in a safe and healthy home. For nearly 25 years, Rebuilding Together has provided critical home repairs for low-income homeowners in need. With support from volunteers and skilled professionals, Rebuilding Together affiliates complete 10,000 rebuild projects every year, working to revitalize and stabilize vulnerable neighborhoods and communities across the country. Join Rebuilding Together and rebuild in your community. Find out how you can make a difference and get involved at rebuildingtogether.org.
Call me out.
And you are inside My Fix It Up Life.
And we're back. We're here at the Wellborn booth. It's the International Builder Show. It's a kitchen and bath industry show.
It's Design and Construction Week.
Construction Week, which eventually it'll all be called that.
Really?
I guess, right?
I don't know. because NKBA puts on KBiz and NHB puts on IBiz. So like, I don't know. It's
I don't know.
I think of it as like they got married last year and they had a baby and it's called DCW.
The nomenclature geekery, though, I think we're losing Jason Cameron.
I was saying, am I going to be quizzed? Should I be writing this down? Am I going to be quizzed on this?
So Jason, I have to say, Jason Cameron, Man Cave.
What's this guy's name? I haven't met this guy yet.
John Valerio.
John, how are you, man? Nice
John,
job.
Jason
nice
Cameron.
job. I wanted to introduce. I didn't meet him, so I wanted
John's
Yes,
good.
he
He's
is really
helping
good.
us out.
Great.
He's
Yeah.
helping us out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are pimping it over here. It's great, man.
Yeah, we like to have a theme song wherever we go,
You know,
playing behind us in the background.
if you have to go somewhere, why not have music with you?
Why not have a
right?
traveling blues player or a traveling guitar player with you? It's
Yeah.
awesome.
He's a
Yeah.
minstrel. I don't know what that is, but
I don't either. It
let's
sounds
just
cool.
stay with that.
Yeah.
Let's just
It's
roll
like a
with that.
doily. I don't know what a doily is, but I don't want him in a man cave, by the way. We talked about that.
We talked
before.
about that.
Yeah.
I don't own any doilies.
It doesn't
I know.
sound right.
Alright, where's
for
my
a man.
crochet?
Is it more of
Do you have
a grandmother thing? Like, I mean, grandmother had a bunch of doilies.
I think,
I don't know
like,
what doilies are.
but even you
Mark's
have to be an
bag.
old grandmother
To-
to have
to appreciate a doily.
to appreciate what a
All right,
doily
all
is.
right,
You know,
all right.
you got to be like lace curtain Irish or something.
Oh, what are you
What are you
getting? What are
doing?
you
I'm
doing?
doing stuff.
She's doing stuff.
I'm doing so. You guys keep talking.
By the way, this is insanely huge, and it's easy to get lost in here. It's almost like you got to leave a trail of breadcrumbs because we're constantly looking on the map
Yes.
as to where we are. In fact, to find you guys,
Yeah.
was not easy to do.
Patrick, who was here before from Fine Homebuilding magazine, said they were 9 million square feet.
9 million square feet. I believe that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
'cause
is happening?
She's just going to
She's gonna
crochet while
crochet,
we're
of course.
her doily. She's crocheting her doily.
I'll take
I
over
wanna
the
do-
social
I believe you're
media.
doing-
with
I
I
can't
want
believe
to
you're
be
doing
the
that.
opposite of
In a bright
man
red.
cave. So please continue. What is the most masculine thing you've done lately, sir?
Maybe man cave guys crochet. I don't know. I don't know what they do when we leave. And they
Yeah.
might crochet
Okay, so
something.
this is a loaded question,
Yeah.
but feel free to just ignore it. We'll talk about something
You're
else.
going to give me a loaded question and want me to ignore it?
I have a
Okay.
backup.
All
What's the least manly man cave you think you did or got feedback on, or somebody said, no way, man, that's just a basement, or
The
'cause you-
least
yeah.
manly?
you never don't go over the top. So that's why there could be no answer to this.
Listen, I could probably come up with one. There was one. It was a superhero man cave that we did.
Ooh.
Guy
It's
was
a
in a
little underoos.
The guy was in,
kinda.
no, it wasn't that kind of superhero. No,
You
it
know,
had nothing to do with
underoos are
underoos.
awesome, by the way.
It wasn't like Mighty Mouse or anything like that. It was this
Yeah,
guy was
like wimpy superheroes.
no, it wasn't Whippy Superheroes. This guy was into superheroes. He was a
Yeah.
grown man, but he's you know how somebody has that secret passion,
Right.
and he couldn't have it anywhere else, so he wanted it as a man cave. I'm like, all right, that's what you want. That's the one that comes to mind. I think
Was
not
it
that
like-
that's unmanly. I just think it's not your.
Was he like a DC Comics, like Batman and Superman? Or
Yes,
was it all of that?
Superman was his ultimate.
Was his thing.
ultimate superhero. So
I'm
that's
not there on Superman. He can't nothing ever go wrong with him.
no,
There's
but it was
conflict
more
in
in
story.
it was more in the theme of a bat cave is what we built him.
Oh, that's
Okay.
kind of hot.
It was cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
hot.
I'll give him that. We had some technology down there. We had some things like a hidden desk that transformed into a desk. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we had a see-through fireplace, some really cool tile in the wall. We made it look like a bat cave.
Right.
Stalagmites and stalactites. You know, we had
Okay,
all that.
yeah,
We had that
that-
going
yeah.
on.
Of course. 'Cause
Cave.
would you get those at stalactites.com?
Yeah,
or
you have to get them at stalagmites.com. You can get them at either one of those.
Yeah, either-
you get
either
you know
one. Yeah.
all different sizes. But we actually,
Which model number did you use? 'Cause,
I don't know.
We like the C123.
Yeah, you know,
for ours.
yeah,
we
different
use those
sizes.
frequently.
But we do actually want to do a cave, a real legitimate cave. I would love to do that.
An actual.
An
You know
actual
what?
cave. If we
that
could find
would be
one.
amazing.
That would be.
Yeah, I've been
'cause
dreaming about doing something like that.
You've been
since I
dreaming
was
about that
in-
while you're crocheting?
Yes.
Yes.
Since I was like in college, I went
She's
to architecture
crocheting a
school.
doily, by the way.
No,
No,
I
I'm
know. I
making
keep
a
staring at it.
scarf.
I don't know if is that what a doily looks like? Still don't know what a
No,
doily
it's
looks
not
like.
a doily.
All right,
I don't
all right.
own
Just
doilies.
making sure.
I don't think I do.
I don't want to know. I think I might
Can somebody
know.
pull a picture up of a doily? I want to see what this doily thing looks like. But anyway.
They're usually
She's
white.
looking it up right now, actually, as we speak. Oh,
And
we
they're
got.
very.
She's gonna get.
She's gonna get one. She's gonna get it. You're gonna get a
Holy
doily.
The
guac-
Wellborn
Really? You
booth
have one? She's
is-
running for one right now.
Is that well laid out that we have?
I-
We have props for our.
I
comedy,
want to see
is
specifically what it is, so we can never allow it in a man cave.
Right,
I want to
exactly.
see exactly what
Oh,
a doily
yeah.
is.
She's also gonna have Carrot Top delivered on a pogo stick.
That would be
So-
funny. That would be fun. I'd like to see that.
So when people see you coming now, are they like all about the sledgehammer, or
Yeah.
are they still like man cave, desperate landscapes?
It depends on who you see.
Okay.
There are dedicated fans for man caves, desperate landscapes. Now sledgehammer. This is a doily. Everybody, this is what a doily. All the guys out. This is what a doily looks like. This is not allowed in a man
Not
cave.
allowed in a
Not
man
allowed
cave.
in a man cave. No doilies, no throw pillows, no scented candles. So this is
That sounds like a
that's a doily.
tagline.
That is could be.
Man cave.
That's
You
a
know
doily.
what? A scented
I'm gonna rest
candle
that
would be
right there.
nice.
My doily. So nice.
You know, Jason,
know.
nothing validates you as a
That's
man cave
beautiful.
expert
Then the doily.
like the doily knee.
What is this used for? I mean, I don't know. What is it
put
for?
put it on-
Oh,
You want to
oh, you put your
protect-
bowl of potpourri on there.
Your bowl of potpourri. One of the other things we have in a man cave is a bowl of potpourri.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is
You know-
actually, when you think about it, is needed in a man cave because it is a
There
man
would be
cave.
some irony, and
A piece of potpourri in the man cave. so.
also a hilarious scene of a dump truck pulling up with. How much would that cost?
All right, here I'm getting hives. Take that from me. I'm breaking out.
You're getting
Holding
hives.
it. Yeah,
I'm actually impressed that you knew that this is crochet and not knitting.
I did know that.
How do
didn't
you
I?
know that?
I don't know. I just came to mind. The first thing that came out was crocheting.
You're in touch.
My mother crochets.
Nice.
So and she's crocheted a lot of things
Yes.
that she
Has
sent
she?
me.
Has she?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So were you like
That-
the kid with
so
the
how-
hat that she
Oh, I've got
made?
hats. I've got gloves. I've got I've got a scarf that she crocheted me.
You're not wearing any of them.
I'm not wearing
right
any. I
now.
didn't bring any of those with me. Not to Vegas. No.
Yeah, you
No.
are
It's
wearing
not really
manufactured
good.
No.
clothing.
That's
It's
all. I only
street
wear those in
cred.
my man cave. I don't wear them anywhere else.
Is it cold in there?
Yeah.
You have to put
It
on
can
all
be.
this stuff.
It's a cave.
Yeah.
By the way,
Ah.
Sledgehammer though, I get it a lot now because we're in our second season. It's a lot of fun because it is shock and awe. We show up, and I literally surprise the homeowners. They have no idea I'm there. They think they're being interviewed to be on a show, a possible
Still?
show. Yes.
Season 2 still.
You wonder if we can keep that going, but so far successful. So I this year I'm hiding in either the kitchen or they're giving a tour to the camera guy of what they want to do. And then when they walk into like the bathroom, for example, I'm hiding in the shower and I throw the shower open and say, this isn't a test. This is for real. You give them the sledgehammers and they freak out because they have the last woman
They
was
have no time to
absorb
because
it.
you're in their bathroom.
Yeah, I'm in their bathroom with the sledgehammer, right? So the last woman I surprised, she freaked out,
Wait,
almost
wait, wait,
fainted.
wait.
I've got
Rewind.
50,000
I'm
questions
in
right
their bathroom with a sledgehammer.
yes.
That's not something
In the
that
tub,
I've ever heard
in
before.
the tub with the camera guy,
Yeah.
and I'm holding the sledgehammers, and we're bending down because the
now. The
curtain's
shower
short.
curtain.
Yeah, so we're doing this, and you hear him come in, and I fling the shower curtain. I'm say, guys, this isn't the test. I'm Jason Cameron. This is Sledgehammer. You're going to destroy your house, and they freak out. But at the same time, it's like, once they get past the shock and awe, they realize we're actually going to swing the sledgehammer, and then I give them 30 seconds to pick their least favorite room, and then they got 30 minutes to destroy it. So
No
therein
pressure.
lies the challenge, right?
No
'Cause
pressure.
whatever they destroy, I fix as long as it's within the 30 minutes. So if they finish one room and they want to go on to the next room and they got 4 minutes left, I'm not going to tell them not to do it.
But you're not going to fix it if they
I'm
don't
not going to
finish.
fix it if they don't. So the adrenaline's flowing. The guys want to go for it. I'm like, all right, you got 4 minutes left. If they don't make it, it's on them.
So if it's
So.
a kitchen, for example,
Right.
You've done all kinds of lead time, but you don't know what they're going to pick until they pick it.
Yes and no. All right.
So you'd have to have cabinets.
This is
for
a good
example.
question. This is a good question, by the way, that you're asking me right now, because this is the question most people think. Well, how do you know? We've done a lot of prep work ahead of time, unbeknownst to them. So they didn't know that we had guys in the basement. We had guys scoping everything out. We know where, all the utilities are. We know all that stuff already, right? So if we have a sense that they're going to pick the kitchen, which 90% of the people want to do their kitchen, let's be honest, right?
Well, why wouldn't
Kitchen,
you, right? Why
bathroom.
would you
Kitchen,
take a living
bathroom.
room
Exactly.
and take the baseboard off?
We try to find people that might want to do a basement, might want to do we don't want to do kitchens. We don't want to do nothing but kitchens.
Yeah.
But obviously their first choice would be the kitchen. So we've already scoped it out. We know what needs to be done. We know to shut everything off. We've already done all that, unbeknownst to them. They had no idea we did. So it's so that's the fun part.
That is so
yes,
fantastic.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Thank you
We
for
have to
ca-
from
we
now
have to,
on.
we have to raise our hands
Thank
now.
you for calling on me, Mr. Cameron.
Yes,
I want to know, can they like destroy their backyard?
we did a backyard, a
I
deck.
didn't know that.
Yes, we did a deck.
So like they're
Yeah.
actually sledgehammering their deck.
They're actually sledgehammering their deck.
They'd have to be
Almost
very
dead
careful.
with a sledgehammer
Almost to the
is no
point of
joke.
exhaustion. Yeah.
almost.
Because anybody who's swung a sledgehammer for any amount of time, whether it's a minute or 2 minutes, understands that you're going to be out of gas. You're going to be winded.
Yes.
So we've had a couple that have had to actually literally stop, and we've had to sit them down because that's if you're not used to it, that'll take a toll on you.
Who's used to
That's
it?
like
No,
the
but- well,
Jane
yeah,
Fonda, the 20-minute
I'm a
workout.
dentist.
I'm a
Let
little
me-
used to
Let
it,
me,
but
yeah, I know exactly.
I'm kidding. But it's a workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of our regiment, our routine is we actually swing a sledgehammer.
Now, do you make
onto
them
a
get
tire.
a physical before they can even qualify to be interviewed to be on a fake show?
We don't do that. We should.
that.
There might be something we want to implement.
You might want to talk to your
Can-
lawyers about that.
Put-
Can
put
you
them
run
to
a
the-
mile?
put 'em-
Yeah, can you guys drop and give me 20 and then we
Yeah.
got a certain amount of pull-ups?
Yes.
I mean, we might want to do that in the
You
future.
might
Yeah.
want to think about it.
Yeah, we don't do
Look
that.
at the calluses on their hands, see if it's just going to tear them to pieces.
Exactly.
Their
But
hands must
the-
be hamburgers.
They are. I mean, for
Yeah.
years of working. I mean, years of carpentry and what I've done over the years. I grew up in the trade, so your hands take a beating. But if you're not used to it, yeah, that can tear your hands up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and this gloves, all the safety gear. We got it all. And hard hats, gloves.
We
So
have
is
about
that-
a minute and a half.
I want to know
All
though if the Madame Tussauds man cave, is that here in Vegas?
No, that's in New York.
Oh.
I know there is one here. In fact, the one in New York that man cave was only supposed to be in there for 6 months. It's still there, all this time later, and that's the one that
That's cool.
I get upset about
Because you're not there.
Yeah.
I know.
because I built Goose's wax figure a man cave. This is the sad part, right? And I
There's
don't-
massive resentment there.
There is, and I still don't have one. That's part of the resentment.
But if you can share it, you might be able to outglory him on your next project.
there's no might. I definitely will.
You will outglory him
yeah.
because can we say it?
Yeah.
We were talking about last night. You're going to be in a feature film.
Yes, I am. I forgot we talked about that. You're right. Yeah, look
Yeah.
at this guy. He's listening.
gonna
He's a
be-
listener.
Now,
Is it
Well,
like
it's
a-
an independent. It's an independent film.
but still, it's a feature length film.
It is a feature length film. It's an
Jason
independent
Cameron will be starring in a YouTube video
Yeah.
shot on an old cell phone.
Yeah.
Well,
He plays a cowboy.
Yeah. It's Commando style. We're just gonna film it with $20. We're gonna film
but you
this.
also were in like an episode of Sex in the City a long time ago, a couple soap operas. It's not,
How many out there watch Sex in the City? Anyone raise their hands? How many people watch? Notice none of the guys raise their hand. I didn't watch
I
that.
noticed 3 guys actually fell down.
One guy who's man enough to admit it that he
Yeah.
watched Sex in the City.
You know what?
Yeah.
No, I don't. This is me volunteering to leave.
Yeah,
So-
did some Sex in the City, did some Guiding Light. Did
Yes.
some,
Okay,
did some of
enough of that. It's
Hey, girls
please,
like that
it's a
stuff.
cowboy movie.
Jason's a very handsome
As
man.
far as
He's
I'm concerned,
incredibly fit. He's
we are sitting across from Clint Eastwood.
all right. We have to go to break, I bet.
All right. Good luck on the movie.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
It's called Hades Awaits. Keep an eye out. We'll be
Looking
getting some more
forward to
information
it.
out of it.
Jealous, by
We
the way.
follow
That
you on
sounds
Twitter,
fun.
so we'll
Thank you,
totally
guys.
Thank you,
tweet
Jason
that out.
Cameron, DIY Network. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more of My Fix It Up Life from the Wellborn booth.
We roll the sidewalks in this town all up after this.
It's time to bring beauty back in your next project by Seeing Red. Born to beat the elements, Western Red Cedar is awesome for outdoor rooms, decks, fences, pergolas, and more. Inside, Cedar's a sweet choice for hope chests, highlight walls, and woodworking projects, big and small. Stable, chemical-free, and safe, Cedar's a natural choice. So bring beauty back to the yard and punch up projects inside the house. For more information and ideas, see red at WRCLA.org.
Rebuilding Together believes that everyone deserves to live in a safe and healthy home. For nearly 25 years, Rebuilding Together has provided critical home repairs for low-income homeowners in need. With support from volunteers and skilled professionals, Rebuilding Together affiliates complete 10,000 rebuild projects every year, working to revitalize and stabilize vulnerable neighborhoods and communities across the country. Join Rebuilding Together and rebuild in your community. Find out how you can make a difference and get involved at rebuildingtogether.org.
And you are back inside my Fix It Up life, and it is time to bounce out of this episode
It's the end
because
of the show.
it's the end.
Thanks
But-
for being here with us. Please stay with us online.
Yes,
Twitter,
connect with us, social networks. We're
Facebook,
everywhere.
Instagram, Google Plus.
Totally.
Email us info@myfixituplife.com.
Yes.
We want to know what your projects are. If you have questions, if we can help you, that makes us happy.
And your projects inspire us. So keep sharing what you're doing, your DIY first and everything else. And
Yeah.
join us next time for more.
My Fix It Up Life.
It might be just a pretty face looking back at me. It might be an idle conversation piece. It might be another wasted memory, but I'd like to wait and see. It might be the first date on a city street. It might be a kiss that brings me to my knees. It might be initials carved into a tree, and I'd like to wait and see. Sometimes we agree just to agree. Sometimes we fight with the referee. I'm so glad you walked into my life, into my fix-it-up life. This is my fix-it-up life.